Zap string.
Hey, you beautiful big kids, it's your boy Zacho, and welcome back to some more wuwa. Today we're going to be talking about the Pincer Maneuver Warriors 1. Alright? Now, honestly, this 300, asteroid, that's what it's called in this game, right? Yeah, asteroid. It doesn't seem fair for what you got to do in this event. Obviously, the kid did get all the asteroid rewards, We managed, barely on some of them, but we managed, but it was not easy whatsoever. Because this event requires you to build specific characters, like very specific characters, because I've tried it with many characters. I kept on trying different characters, and it wants specific characters. Now if you have the woman that is out right now, Camilla, you're lucky, because she makes this event so easy. It's not funny, not funny at all, not funny one bit. It's quite literally the reason why I got all the rewards for this one. It is literally because of Camilla. My other team didn't really matter. So if we go in here, you can have two teams. This was a team I was testing to see how things went. But yeah, you can have two teams here. Do what you gotta do. You gotta get high scores on both. You gotta continuously kill enemies to then be able to get a high score. Now, on this one, it says the waves are endless, and they are. So that's why having Camilla in the second team and let her run rampant made things so much easier. But if we go to the regular one, it tells you how many rounds there are. So it's 5 waves. This is the team I was using, obviously. Camilla, because this was the standard team I was using Camilla, and I was using Donjin on the other team, and Rover. Now, if you don't have Camilla, honestly, your best bet is to just put Rover on the second team and just use Donjin on the first team completely, and then Rover on the second team. That's if you don't have Camilla. If you have Camilla, put Rover on the first team and just have Camilla just spin, because that's literally all Camilla needs to do. We're gonna do a run and show it off, but literally all you need Camilla to do is spin. Now, there's like 3 buffs going on. You can only see 2. The one up here and one right here outside, but once you go in, there actually is another special buff that you can get. So there's a lot of buffing to help make this easier, because honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's some BS. I'm not gonna hold you. It's kind of some BS. But anyways, so the main gimmick here is the team gains a stack of momentum mark when dealing basic attack damage. Cough, cough, does a lot of basic attack damage. Upon reaching 30 stacks, all marks are cleared to unleash 2 large-scale impacts. So yeah. Now, each one has their own thing going on, so triggering impact increases all team members' attack by 30%. So, constantly triggering it with her basic attacks, you're going to get it done easily as hell. You don't even got to think. Just literally, whole heavy attack, she gets it done. That's why Camilla's so easy for this. The first one, casting a resonant skill grants the team a stack of momentum mark when hitting a target. This effect lasts for 4 seconds. So this is why Donjin is really good, because as you know, Donjin has no cooldown on her skill. As long as you can perform well with Donjin, you should be able to at least get this one with a decent score. As you can see, the first half we did the best we could. Second half, we did it worse in the second half somehow, some way, but that's because the second half is actually easier. The second half is just easier overall. It just is. And then you get to pick your additional buff here, which is burst light of destruction, increase the impact damage by 50%. I honestly never tried this one because it just never seemed worth it. Yeah, this one, which is damage dealt by all team members, is increased by 30%. I was using this when I was using non-dark characters. And then this is the best one because impact now deals havoc damage instead of the physical damage, and dealing havoc damage grants the team 2 stacks of momentum mark. So that's why with Camilla, it goes crazy. And also that's why this entire team is dark, because everybody will be doing dark damage in some way, shape, or form. But that's enough talking. Let's just show it off real quick. All right, so this is what I mean by the additional buff. So we have our standard one right here, which is what we already went over. But this additional buff is defeating the special enemy to gain a special buff. In doing so, it gives the team's resistance to interruptions, and it lets the team get 100% switch energy. So yeah. So those are the special buffs, and the special enemy is pretty much a phantom enemy. It's kind of noticeable because they have the same phantom sparkly stuff around them. But yeah, I'm gonna be. I don't know what to say. I'm so flabbergasted because I've done this so many times. I'm not going to lie to you. There is a degree of luck that is required for this, because you want the enemies to always be bunched up, but sometimes they stay bunched up, sometimes they don't. You have no control over that. If you are lucky and they all stay together, you're good. If you're unlucky, I mean, you're just unlucky. That's how it goes. But yeah, I don't really use Talqui that much in this. She's just here for the start. So let's just do this. Throw it out, pop that, and just swing. Quickly switch her over. Literally, we're just gonna pop everybody in real quick and just pop everything. Got this big hit. Get some swings off. Do this again. And now we're just gonna be mashing the skill. And as you can see the little impacts like going out when you see those giant little waves. Because obviously we're not doing any damage. We're literally relying on the impacts themselves. And really, I shouldn't be stopping to talk, like as I'm like walking around to talk, because honestly, every second matters. I'm not gonna lie to you, every little second matters. And then we'll do this. Now the enemy we're hitting right now, you can see he has a little phantom, little sparklies on him. That's the special enemy. As I'm trying to constantly stay locked onto him because he has the most health here. Alright, not too terrible. But we definitely had better setups. And ultimates do stop the timer, so that's good at least. So you can use those brief seconds of, you know, alt time to try and get yourself back together. But here's a good time to see why Rover's good, because she has lots of basic attacks as well. That's why she can work for the second stage if you do not have Camilla. Okay. Alright, let's get back into Donjin. Enough of showing that off. Alright. Fourth wave. Please just stay locked onto the right enemy. And we won't be able to get the last one done, but we can get some quick damage off while we can. And then that little explosion thing, they just all die. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't count as your damage or anything. And that's a not good run, because we definitely gotten a higher score, but it's a decent one. We just gotta get luckier and play a little bit better. But this is the Camilla run. Alright. So you honestly don't have to do anything with the other two characters on the team. Like, it's an option. Like, you can if you want. Like, you can do the whole setup thing. But honestly, I might just pop Shorekeeper. You don't even need to do that. But I'll pop Shorekeeper and just, you know, let it go about his business. Won't care about the switch, and we'll just get right into it. That's what I mean. You just spin. You literally just spin. You can use her other abilities if y'all want, but you really do not have to. Keep spinning, keep spinning. Now I'm trying to play Camilla while I'm literally just pressing buttons. Either I'm just holding heavy attack or I'm just, you know, quickly using a skill, because it doesn't matter. Because she just takes care of it. So that's why Camilla for this event is just so busted. Literally meant for it. I think, yeah, this score should be enough by itself to get you at least the rewards, though, for that stage, right? Yeah, so at least 2,000. Yeah, so like even play like that, even though that wasn't like the best I could have possibly did, you know, it still is enough for the event. And pretty much that's all it is for all these stages. The other stages I did use other teams. Like, you know, I tried Yao for the first one. I just kept on using Camilla for the second one because I had Camilla. But Rover, again, works for the second stage if you do not have Camilla. Because Rover does have a good amount of, you know, hits that they can do. As you can see, using the damage buff for this one because using Yao. But yeah, no, that's really all I can say about this event. And then the Endless, honestly, if you have Camilla, it's the easiest stuff in the world. And many people did summon for Camilla, you know, so it does make things easier. I put Fedora Man on the team because I was like, okay, skill damage. For the first one, use his skill, it constantly hits enemies and deals skill damage, so I guess, but even then, still wasn't that great. It's not terrible, but it's not that great. At the same time, you always have to keep on refreshing it after it disappears. So I mean, Donjin is your best bet for the first one just because, you know, no skill cooldown. As long as you play her well enough, you can get it, you know, done with. But it does... It seemed like it was meant to be a event to test how well you built your characters, but if you just take advantage of the gimmicks, you're fine for the most part. Because I'm trying to show this, if the game will load fast enough, my Donjin is not worked on properly at all. I literally, for this event, I rushed my Donjin up. Literally. I rushed her to 80. She can go one more higher. Weapon barely worked on. Literally the projection. And these echoes are not good at all. I'm not even going to hold you. You can see I'm going to have crit damage because they're not worked on. Like 0, 6, 22, 23, 25. This is a rushed together dungeon. This is not a well-built dungeon at all because I wasn't trying to build her. And not because I think she's a bad character. I just had other characters to work on. Literally, we're working on other characters. But even a shitty dungeon like mine can get it done. You know? So that's just to show you that it is possible. And you already know the rewards, you know? What, go down here to it? Yeah, we get little stuff for upgrades and 300. So that's what we get. And if you haven't got Camilla, honestly, if you just want to get this event done, like, I mean, it makes it so much easier. She just spins. But if you want to, you know, make it a little bit harder on yourself, Dungeon for the first stage and Dark Rover for the second stage. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you on the next one. Love you guys, and bye-bye.